What's the greatest cause of failure in sales? I'll tell you what it is. Not having enough qualified prospects.
We got to get leads through Instagram DMs. Okay, well, the first step is finding leads. And if you're not going to be talking to your leads, then your setting process, your call booking process, none of that can be optimized if you're not talking to your ICP.
So really just wanted to hop on here and cook and break down exactly with our main guy, Uri, exactly how we dial in the lead refinement process, right? Allowing these business owners, even ourselves, right? Because what we're doing in the marketplace is exactly what we're offering, right? So just how we've dialed in and basically allowed ourselves to go upstream and target nothing but B2B leads. I want to kind of jump in and give an overview of exactly what I got Uri on here for, and we're going to break down, right? So, I mean, you could attest to this, but the big thing that you have helped us dial in is just getting consistent, high-quality meetings, being booked on autopilot, right? So Uri right now, he runs our setting team, and he's on the forefront of basically all of our acquisition processes. Uri is the man to thank for literally the consistent, just high-quality meetings being booked on the calendar, right? And so exactly how we've done that, we built systems and operating procedures around leveraging AI, ads, and A players to pretty much scale our acquisition process. And so with outbound systems, and this is just one of the levers that we pull as far as, allowing you to acquire just high quality meetings consistently, it's getting you around that 300 to 500 targeted DMs a day, right? So in this video, I want to break down what I mean by targeted, right? And how we are, lead scraping and refining and allowing you to just go upstream, move from that B2C market, targeting B2B people, and allowing you to scale, right? And so again, everything we dive into here today is immediate deliverables, not only through outbound automation. Do we go over exactly how to leverage, multiple age accounts, warm them up, right? But we dive into exactly how we're going to source leads, find your ICP, and refine them down so you're talking to nothing but extremely targeted people, right? And so Uri, again, he's the man for that. So in this video, we're going to be going over exactly how to pretty much locate and snipe the highest quality leads, right? I'm going to let Uri take the floor and let him dive into kind of his whole process as he's created here.
All right, yeah, let's get into it. I'll share my screen here too. Let's dive into it, right? Because lead quality is the first KPI, the first metric that you need to max out if you want any of your setting processes to work. I mean, actually, we were stuck in this trap for the longest time. We were get our reply rate up. How do we get our conversation rate up? All these different rates we were trying to optimize, and all of our efforts were just futile because we were not talking to our ICP, right? Back when we were starting out, when we were building these systems, we were only talking to around, say, I don't know, 20 or 30% of the leads we actually had were our ICP. And when you think about it, well, you can track all the KPIs you want, but you're not going to be able to use them unless your lead quality is at least 80%, right? And so that's what we've been able to dial in here. Right now, we're working with at least 90% lead quality. So 90% of every single message that we send goes directly to someone that can use our offer, right? Which has been huge, largely thanks to this software here. It's called parser.im. It's a Russian website. Just make sure you guys are using Google Translate when you're using it, unless, of course, you speak Russian. And here, as you can see, I have a bunch of scraping tasks open. And it's actually free. You can scrape, I'm pretty sure, 20,000 leads for free on this software. So you guys can try it out. But this is the only software on the market, really, that lets you scrape a extremely high amount of leads and just narrow them down, just filter through them at just crazy rates. So let me just dive into how this actually works. So when you sign up, when you verify your account and all that, then this is the home screen. This is where you'll end up. And as you can see, there are 6 different ways that you can scrape these leads. After you scrape them, you can do a filtration task. Down here, I actually have one. Just open it up and show you. So I put in a file with all of our leads, or all of the leads that we scraped, and it's finding their username, their email, the number of subscribers, their name, their bio, everything we need to know about them. And so we can, from there, really narrow it down to that 90% lead quality. And yeah, like I said, this is the only software that actually lets you find all this information about people. And there is Appify, but it's just, I mean, way more expensive compared to this. I mean, we pay, I think, $50 for this per month, and look at this. You can count this up, see how many leads we have being scraped.
That's ridiculous. Yeah.
So we always go and filter from the post, right? Because this way you can find just accounts that your ICP follows. So, for example, let's say you're targeting fitness coaches. Well, they'll probably be following and engaging with posts of other fitness coaches or people that help them, solve a specific pain in their business, right? And so we find those accounts that our ICP follows, and we just pop them in here, right? And then we go ahead and we enable filtering. That's the first setting you want to turn on. And then you can find out, the name of the account and the privacy of it. Also, make sure you press login, not ID. Just what that means is basically it'll give you the username of the accounts that it finds, which of course you're going to need. And this way, we're able to really just, find out a lot about the leads that we're scraping initially, so we can then filter through them, right? And so if I were to launch this, it would look like, one of these tasks. As you can see, it's scraping up to like 100 million leads. There's like 4,000 in there right now. And after it finishes, let me just pull up an example. You can download it either as a CSV or a text, right? And so what we do is actually we download it as a text and then put it in a ChatGPT prompt where it parses it, because the CSV just is a complete mess when you download it like that. So that's what you can do, just download it in a text and get ChatGPT to parse it. And then what you'll end up with is something like this. Here we go. So you'll get their username or login, and you'll get their name as well. You can get their privacy status too. This is just an old document I'm showing y'all here. Yeah, this is what it looks like. As you can see, there's a bunch of leads in here, and a lot of people tell you what they do in their name as well. So as you can see, private car rental coach, women's body transformation nutrition coach, right? You have a bunch of leads here, and you can actually go through this and find your ICP. So let me dive into one way you guys can do that, which is really simple. If you press on the column in Excel, go to data, filter, then you get this little arrow that pops up down here. And when you open that up, you can go ahead and look for whoever you're looking for. So let's say I'm targeting fitness coaches. I'll put the word fitness in there. See if it finds anyone. Of course it does. Bam. And now I have every single fitness coach or fitness page right here for me. Okay, so you can use that and then take all these leads from here, right? But that is not where it ends. Now this is where the magic comes in with Parser, right? Because other than Appify, there are no other softwares out there that let you scrape people's bios, right? We've tried Phantom Buster, we've tried Instant Data Scraper, we've tried Cold DM Scraper. None of them are going to give you their bio. And so when you get their bio, then you can actually refine it down and use certain keywords. Again, let's just take the fitness coaches example. You can take certain keywords or key sentences like I help people lose weight, or I help busy dads get in shape, whatever you're targeting here. You can go into the bio and actually find exactly who you're looking for, right? And really dial in on just having 90% of the messages that you send out go directly to your ICP, right? Nobody else is doing that in the market. And so as you can see here, you can upload a text file with the username. So what I do is I just take it from the sheet, download it as a text file and pop it into here. And then again, make sure you just press login. You're going to want to do that, not ID. And here, look at all the information you can scrape. You can get their phone number, email, number of followers. It's a bad translation, but it's supposed to say followers. Number of posts, their last post date, privacy, whether they're a business account or not, verification. Nate, you got a bunch down here, right? And so the ones we typically take are their email, the amount of followers they have. That way we can see if they're actually like a legit page, or we're not sending messages to someone with 1 billion followers. Their city, the category. So some people will put like entrepreneur in their bio, and it shows us that too. their description, which is their bio, and the country they reside in, right? And so just with this, we're able to get just a ton of information on our leads, right? And so I have another sheet here, which I'll show you guys. Again, we download this first as a text file, and then we throw it into ChatGPT to fix the data and actually parse it. And so here, as you guys can see, we have the username, the follower count, whether the account is private or not, the name, the bio, the email, the category, the city, the country, the date that the account was registered, and whether or not they do ads, right? We can see this person does
Sauce.
Yeah, so this is the only software, the only method out there that will actually let you do this. And it took me, I mean, I've been scraping leads for about 8 months now in total. I was thinking about it today. I started before I even got on this offer, and this is just by far the best that I've worked with or that I've seen being used, right? And so from here, this is actually one of the ways that you can really make your life easier, right? Again, you can use the filter method, right, where you go to data and filter and look for the keywords here. But what we actually do is we have a specialized ChatGPT prompt that goes in, reads every single row, and we give ChatGPT a list of positive and negative keywords. So, words we want to see and words we don't want to see. And then it goes through and it labels every single row based on the positive and negative keywords that we're looking for. And then it gives it back out to us. That way, it saves us hours of time. So let me open up one of those. So here we were just targeting credit coaches, people that work in credit specifically. They're definitely they can definitely always take a lot of value from what we do. Really great niche for us, right? And so what I've been able to do is just build a prompt out where it gives me a qualification rating. So my rating system is just a 3 if they have too many followers. So if they have over 50,000 followers, realistically they're never going to answer. 3 is too many followers. 2 is qualified. 1 is unqualified. So negative keywords are in that bio, and then 0 is neither or none of the above. And then I have an extra section called 1.5 where I have accounts that are a hit in both the positive and the negative keywords, right? As you guys can see, it also gives me the reason that it put it in this category. So one of our keywords is business credit. Another one is funding, tax, biz credit, right? We have all of this figured out to make sure that we're getting nothing but ICP whenever we do this. Again, this is something that I haven't seen, been done anywhere else. I mean, we were struggling for a while, really, just looking and seeing, hey, okay, we got to get leads through Instagram DMs. Okay, well, the first step is finding leads. And if you're not going to be talking to your leads, then your setting process, your call booking process, none of that can be optimized if you're not talking to your ICP. And sure, there are a bunch of free methods out there, a bunch of YouTube videos telling you, use instant data scraper, which, I mean, for a start isn't bad. But if you actually want to get results, you actually want to refine your setting process and your call booking process, it needs to be dialed in. So go over this if you need to, just dial it in, make sure that it's on point here.
Facts. And if you want a personalized game plan, just comment SOP down below and we'll shoot you over that whole lead refinement doc that we got, right? Because as you guys can see, this is the sauce. This is why we pay Uri. This is why he's our top dog, right? But yeah, no, I mean, we do nothing but get on quality calls every single week, right? And it's thanks to Uri refining and dialing in this process. Yeah, no, this is the sauce. This is the sauce, right? And again, all this processes, everything he just broke down, will get personalized for you and established inside your business completely in-house. And again, all those SOPs that he just broke down, right? Immediate deliverables. We hold nothing back when we onboard people into this offer. It's cool seeing people be able to go upstream and allow them to just target, B2B people that they want to, and allow them to sell their high ticket offer to people who can genuinely afford it, right? Because that's the only way you can truly scale. It's the only way you can truly scale. But no, that was insane sauce, bro. Insane.
Yeah, actually,
sauce.
I mean, now that you mention it, especially for B2B guys, I mean, if you're running a fitness offer and you're looking to, just help regular people, it's hard to find quality ICP. But since you're in
But
the B2B space, people mention what they do in their bios. They mention it in their name. So this is like super simple when you break it down. And yeah, no, like Darius was saying here, if you guys want that personalized game plan, then let us know, because we in Sauna have 3 different lists of positive and negative keywords, and together I think there's like, I want to say 2,000 of them, something like that, that we've been using, that we've been building out for the past few months here.
yeah, it's insane sauce. It's insane sauce. And then again, it allows you to like genuinely create that ecosystem of nothing but targeted leads coming in, hitting your profile, right? Then they're gonna get hit with the ads. Then they're gonna opt in. They're gonna get DM set, right? And then you have A players in place, like we got Uri and 3 other guys now, and our acquisitions is just completely automated, right? And they're just booking calls, they're grinding, they're doing that heavy lifting for us, and that's what it's about, right? It's positioning the business in a way where it can continue to scale and we can, continue to create more legs and allow high quality means to keep coming in on a consistent basis. So we're no longer jumping from that rabbit hole of, we close a deal and then nobody's on acquisitions and the acquisition slows down. And now we got this inconsistent revenue, right? And so, again, shout out to Uri because he's come on and completely helped us dial all these processes, right? Again, exactly what Uri does for us is exactly what we're selling in the marketplace, right? So if you guys want to learn how to automate and delegate your entire acquisition process, learn how to go upstream, target nothing but B2B, high quality leads, again, make sure you comment SOP or just hit us up. Again, we'll create that free personalized plan and get you pointed in the right direction.
Right quick before you, as you mentioned, upstream, credit guys. You do not need to do personal credit. If you want to do business credit, this is super simple way to get those clients. Super simple way. You don't
Facts.
have to, chase clients around for, $300 or however much, you charge for personal credit. You can go upstream and get into that B2B space just from using this method here.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that because that is a big problem, right? We're getting on a lot of these calls, and everyone's tired of just like the low hanging fruit. You know, they're ready to start selling their high ticket offer at a high level, right? So this is exactly how you're gonna be able to do it. And I hope that makes sense. This was sauce. We gotta do this more often.
Yeah, facts.
Shoot, we can pop back in Discord. I'm gonna chop this
All right,
video
let's
up.
do it. Let's do
All right, bet. Good shit.
it.